Today, I went from 0 to $1 trillion in Steal a Brainrot by only buying accounts. However, there's a twist. For every rebirth, I will be spinning this lucky wheel here to determine how much money we can spend on our next account. So let's get started by spinning our first lucky wheel. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Please be good. Please be good. $1,000. No. Okay, I mean, all right. For $50, I would say that's a pretty good start. Okay, so now we're back in Steal a Brainrot, and we have our $50 Brainrot account. I don't think that's how you spell Brainrot. Anyways, let's see what we've got here. We've got, ooh, a Raccoony Gentilini. That's pretty rare. We've got, ooh, a Rainbow Leery La La. Let's see, because as I forgot to mention, we're only able to take one Brainrot per base to bring back to our main account, so we're able to rebirth. So to be honest, I think this Diamond Admin Lucky Block is honestly the best thing in this base, especially for $50. I think that's pretty good. So honestly, let's steal this and bring it back to our base and open it. All right, now that our Admin Lucky Block is in our base, which was the best thing in our $50 account's base, let's open it and see what we get. Hopefully it's good, so we're able to rebirth quite easily. And oh my goodness. Bet I will take that. We just got a Crabbo that makes 352,000 a second. This rebirth is going to be light work. Oh my goodness, we just stepped on this and it instantly gave us 13 million. Holy moly. Now in order to follow through with this rebirth, we are going to need to find a Trippy Troppy and a Gangster Futera, and we already got way over the 1 million amount, so let's quickly go find these Brainrots. Oh, let's go. There's a Trippy Troppy off in the distance. I will take that. All right, let's quickly buy that, wait for it to get back to our base, and oh, let's go. A Gangster Futera. Let's buy that and wait for it to get back to our base as well. That was honestly pretty quick. I low-key thought that was going to take a lot longer. Anyways, now that we have all of our Brainrots in our base, we can finally rebirth. But before we do that, let's quickly collect all of our money, and yeah, we definitely have enough money to rebirth. However, before we rebirth, one thing to keep in mind is that we should always move our good Brainrots that we got from our purchased accounts base and move them into our other accounts base, so at the end of the video we can see all of the Brainrots that we got from our purchased accounts bases. So now that all the important stuff is moved away, we can finally do our first rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we're on rebirth 2. So let's spin the lucky wheel again to see what account we can get next. All right, let's see what we get. Please be good. Please be good. Okay. Please be 100. Please be 100. Please. Let's go. Okay, that's awesome. All right, $100. Let's see what we can get with that. So now we're back in Steal a Brainrot, and we have our $100 account, and hopefully he's loaded into our session. Let's see. Oh, yep, he is in here. Taco Muncher 1? What? All right. Oh, I think we just got scammed. It's okay, but for $100, what? That's a pretty good mythic. We got a Toyoletto. Okay, honestly, I think the best thing that we can get out of this guy's base for $100 to make our money's worth, let's get this Taco Candy Lucky Block. I honestly think that's the best thing here. So let me quickly steal this and bring it back to our base. Hopefully he doesn't steal this from us, because I'm pretty sure this guy is a scammer. Wow, he actually didn't care. Okay, that's cool. We are going to need $3 million, a Boneca Alaboon, and a Berber Patapin. So let's see what we can get out of this Taco Lucky Block so we can make our 3 million quickly. All right, please be good. Let's see. Please. Ooh, oh my god, no way. Okay, bet. We got a Burrito Bandito that makes 16 million a second. Oh my goodness, that is easy money. All right, let's quickly grab our money. All right. Oh my goodness, we already have like $500 million. Okay, so now all we are going to need for this next rebirth is a Boneca Alaboon and a Berber Patapin. So let's go find those. Here's our Boneca Alaboon. Purchase that and wait for it to get back to our base. And now all we need is a Berber Patapin. So let's just wait for that. Oh, and there's a Berber Patapin. All right, perfect. Let's wait for that to get back to our base, and we can finally rebirth. And now that we've met all of the requirements to move on to rebirth 3, before we rebirth, we must get rid of our Burrito Bandito and move it to our alt account's base, so we can move it with all of our Brainrots that we have for the end of the video. And perfect. Now that everything has been moved, we can finally rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we're on rebirth 3, which means we must spin the lucky wheel again. All right, let's see what we get. Please be good. Hopefully it's like a $20,000 account. That'd be kind of crazy. Oh no, come on. I'm pretty curious to see what we get on a $1,000 account, so let's purchase it. All right, so now we are back in Steal a Brainrot after spinning our lucky wheel, and we actually finally just purchased our $1,000 account. So let's see if it's in our game, and it is. Poopy Fart Poo Poo. However, let me just say that this Poopy Fart Poo Poo guy's account is pretty good, but since he's above Rebirth 3, he's got an upstairs. So let's see what he's got up here. No, he's got a Candy 6-7 and an Orcalero Orcala. That actually might be the hardest decision of my life. We have to decide between a 6-7 and a Bloodrot Spooky Lucky Block. Oh no. Honestly, if I was a betting man, I would say that probably this Spooky Lucky Block would have a higher chance of giving us a better Brainrot, especially since we have to make 12.5 million now. So let's bring this Bloodrot Spooky Lucky Block back to our base, and hopefully we don't get scammed by this person. Oh, and I don't think they care. All right, let's go. So now that our Spooky Lucky Block is in our base, let's open it and see what we get. All right, please be good. All right, we got to get the 1% Brainrot. Come on, guys, my bet was not right. We just lost out on a 30 million per second 6-7 Brainrot. Come on, now we have 570k a second, which honestly isn't that big of a deal since it is 12.5 mil, which we would literally make in a second with the 6-7. Anyways, let's collect this money, and we are going to need a Trulimero Trulicina and a Chimpanzini Bananini for our next rebirth. So let's go quickly find those Brainrots. And oh, in the corner of my eye, let's go. A gold Chimpanzini Bananini, we will take that. Oh my gosh, I just wish we could take this guy's other lucky blocks, but we can't because we can only get one Brainrot per base. And now all we need is just a Trulimero Trulicina. So let's just wait for that to come out. Oh, let's go. A Trulimero Trulicina. Let's take that. That's perfect. And now we can finally rebirth once this gets back to our base. Let's go. So let's collect all our money, and yeah, we definitely have over 12.5 million. So let's go. Now before we rebirth, we definitely have to get this Cappuccino Cananino out of our base and bring it back to our alt accounts base because we definitely do not want to lose this rare Brainrot. And now that everything important has been moved over to the alt accounts base for the end of the video, now we can finally rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and so now that we are done with rebirth 3, we are now on to rebirth 4, and we have to make $35 million, and we have to get a Chef Crabacadabra and a Glorba Frutadrillo, which is honestly going to be pretty difficult. Now let's go spin the lucky wheel to see how much money we can spend on our next account. All right, now let's spin the lucky wheel and see what we get. Please be good. Hopefully it's a $20,000 account. Oh my god, we just got the $20,000 account. Oh, rest in peace, my wallet. This is gonna be insane. Alright, so now I'm back in Steal Brainrot, and I actually just bought our $20,000 account. And what we're going to need for this rebirth is $35 million, a Chef Crabacadabra, and a Glorba Frutadrillo. I'm pretty sure since we got a $20,000 account, it's going to be pretty easy to get $35 million. Alright, so let's see if the accounts came in. Oh my god. Alright, Big Whaley's base. Alright, pretty solid. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can't lie, I was not expecting anything better than this. This looks insane. Wait, why is there a Chimpanzini Bananini and a $20,000 accounts base? What? That's gotta be a mistake, or I just got scammed. I don't know. Dude, this spooky lucky block has so many mutations. Oh my goodness. The only difficult thing is we need to pick one Brainrot that we can take back to our base so we can do the rebirth process. Dragon Cannelloni that makes 200 mil a second. A Los Hospaditos, I can't even see how much it makes. Oh my goodness. But wait, there's probably better Brainrots upstairs because this is a $20,000 base, so there's gotta be some insane stuff. Oh my goodness, a Strawberry Elephant. I knew that there was going to be an OG in here, bro. I was hoping for a Meowl, but that's fine. I mean, a Strawberry Elephant's absolutely insane. A La Carcar Combination and a Tippy Taco. It's alright. The Strawberry Elephant, though, honestly, I might take that. However, I kind of am a bit confused because why is it only 2 stories high if it's a $20,000 base with these insane Brainrots? I'm pretty sure that this is somebody's alt account that was sold to me. I'm not too sure though. But low-key, I'm not complaining. This is insane. Alright, so for this rebirth process, I am obviously going to take this Strawberry Elephant because that is absolutely insane. Alright, and now that our Strawberry Elephant is in our base, this is an absolutely insane sight to see. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to keep this $20,000 account. So subscribe and maybe you can win this account. So let's quickly collect our money, and oh my goodness, we already have almost 1 trillion. That's insane. However, for this rebirth, we easily got 35 mil. However, now we're going to need a Chef Crabacadabra and a Glorba Frutadrillo. Oh, let's go. There's a Glorba Frutadrillo. How about that? And wait for it to get back to our base. And now that's one of the required Brainrots that we need. Now we just need a Chef Crabacadabra. Wait, oh my goodness. No way. We just got a Cocofonto Elefanto that just spawned. All right, I will take that. However, we do not need this for this rebirth. However, I'm pretty sure we are going to need this for rebirth 9. And a Chef Crabacadabra. There we go. Now we are able to rebirth. So now that we've met all the requirements for for Rebirth 4, we're going to have to move the Strawberry Elephant and the Cocofonto Elefanto into our alt accounts base just so we can save it for later. Alright, now that everything's moved over to my alt accounts base, we can finally Rebirth. So let's move on to Rebirth 5 in 3, 2, 1, and now we are finally done with Rebirth 4 and we are on to Rebirth 5. However, for this Rebirth, we're going to need $100 million, a Frio Camelo, and an Organtini Assassini. Let's hope that we spin on a pretty good account. Now, since so many accounts that we spinned on have been wiped off the wheel, hopefully we get something good. So let's spin. Let's see what we get. Please be like 10,000. Please. Oh, we got 6-7. All right, let's do that. This should be pretty good. All right, so I finally purchased our $6-7 base, bro. So let's see what we've got. All right, let's see if he's in the game. Yes, he is. 6-7 lover. Okay, I knew that this was gonna be a troll. Hold on, why is there a Berber Patapin $67 base? Wait, oh my goodness, there's a Galaxy Taco Lucky Block? Wait, that's actually insane. Oh, it's got like 4 mutations on it. That's insane. Got an Admin Lucky Block, a Strawberry Flamingeli, and that's mid. Cupcake Koala, that is pretty rare, but not that good. We got a Brainrot God Lucky Block. Let's check upstairs. Ooh. Hi, 6-7 lover. Please do not steal please do not scam me, please. All right, 6-7 lover, I swear, if you steal this from me, I'm going to be pretty upset. However, after looking what's up here, I honestly think that Taco Lucky Block is the best thing in this guy's base. So I'm gonna quietly take this over to my base, 6-7 lover. Please do not take it from me. Please do not take this from me. Okay, honestly, thank you, 6-7 lover, for not scamming me. Okay, so now that we've got our Galaxy Taco Lucky Block with like 4 mutations on it in our base, this should be a pretty easy challenge to get 100 million. However, we might need to activate 4 times luck to get the Frigo Camelo and the Organtini Assassini. All right, so let's open this Galaxy Lucky Block and see what we get. Please be good. Hopefully it's good. 1% brain rot and okay, let's go. We just got a Garito. That's actually really good. And $183 million already. That's insane. And it's got the 4 mutations. Let's go. So now we've already hit the 100 million milestone. Now we just need the Frigo Camelo and the Organtini Assassini. Let me quickly activate 4 times luck. So rest in peace to my bank account in the comments below. All right, 4 times luck has been activated. So let's patiently wait for these required brain rots to spawn. Wait, oh my god, I almost just missed it. We just got a Frigo Camelo almost like instantly after getting the 4 times luck. Let's go. And the last brain rot we need is an Organtini Assassini. Hopefully this comes quick. Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god. We just waited 30 minutes for that to just spawn. Oh my goodness. Finally, let's wait for that to get back to our base. There's only like 40 seconds left of our 4 times luck. But I mean, I think we got what we needed out of it. So now we have definitely hit our requirements for our 5th rebirth. So now all we have to do so we do not lose this Garito is put it back in our alt accounts base because trust me, this is a very valuable brain rot. All right, so now that our really rare brain rot is in our alt accounts base, we can finally rebirth. So let's rebirth and go on to Rebirth 6 in 3, 2, 1, and now we can finally move on to Rebirth 6. For this rebirth, we are going to need $350 million and a Bombardiro Crocodilo. So now let's go back to our lucky wheel and see what we get. All right, now let's spin again and see what we get. Hopefully it's something good. And and oh my goodness, we got a $1 account. You've got to be kidding me. Hopefully we can get something good for $1. Okay, so now we're back in Steal a Brainrot with our $1 account. So let's go check out Brainrot Man 6-7's account. Why does everybody's name have 6-7 in it? Here he is. What's up, dude? Okay, I don't think he wants to talk to us. Okay, Raccooni Gendolini. I'm pretty sure that's rare. I'm not sure. Truly Amaro, Truly Cena, and a Trippy Troppy. Why couldn't these came earlier for our earlier rebirths? That would have been so useful. We got a Sigma Boy. Is there anything upstairs? No, there's nothing. I mean, I'm not really expecting much for a $1 account, but we do have a gold mythic lucky block, which honestly, that seems like it's the best thing in our base. So let's take it back to our base and open it. Okay, so now that our mythic lucky block is in our base, let's open it and see what we get. Hopefully it's good. Maybe it's the 1% brain rot. Let's see. It does have the gold trait on it, so hopefully it's good. And of course it's that stupid pigeon. Anyways, it does make us 4.3k a second. However, I do not think that's going to be enough for 350 mil. Let's collect our money, and yeah, we have half a mil. It's not bad. However, I did collect the Bombardiro Crocodilo and I put it in my alt account space because it did randomly appear out of nowhere on the red carpet. So this should be a pretty easy rebirth. And now that we have the Bombardiro Crocodilo in our base, we now have met all the requirements for a rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we are done with rebirth 6 and we are on to rebirth 7, which means we can spin our lucky wheel and see how much we can spend on our next account. All right, let's spin this wheel and see what we get. Hopefully it's a $10,000 account. That would be insane. And oh my goodness, we just landed on a $300 account. This should be pretty good. And now we are on our 7th rebirth, and for this rebirth we are going to need $1 billion and a Bombadini Gusini. However, this Bombadini Gusini might be a little bit difficult to find, so we may need to activate 4 times luck. Rest in peace my wallet once again. But I did spin the wheel and I landed on a $300 account, and I just got the account in this server, so check it out. It should be over here. Is it in? Yep, it is in the game, and his name is Dragonman22. Interesting name. Maybe he's got a Dragon Cannelloni somewhere. Let's see. Los Primos. Dang, that's actually insane. These Brainrots are really good. And he's got the spooky lucky block with a radioactive mutation. That is really good. I'm pretty sure that just came out today. All right, let's go upstairs and see what he's got. And oh, that's what he means by Dragon Man. I think this guy likes dragons. However, this isn't a Dragon Cannelloni. This is a Skeletono, and it only makes 5.7 mil. We're going to need 1 billion for this rebirth, so I don't know if that'll be enough. And the Tang Tang Kettling only makes 33.5 mils, so I don't think we should risk our chances of getting a bad Brainrot with this spooky lucky block. So I'm thinking if we take this Los Primos, we'll have an easier chance at getting 1 billion. So let's take this Los Primos and bring it back to our base. And now that the Los Primos is in our base, all we need is a Bombadini Gusini. But if we quickly walk over this, we've already hit our limit for the money requirement for this rebirth. So let me just quickly activate 4 times luck, and let's go find this Bombadini Gusini. So guys, it's been like 15 minutes, and I think we might be cooked. There's only a minute left of this. But oh my god, no way. While we were just saying that we might not have enough time, there's a Bombadini Gusini. Bet. Let's go. Yep, that's all we need for this rebirth. Let's wait for it to get back to our base, and we can continue with the rebirth process. However, before we rebirth, let's get rid of this Los Primos, because we definitely do not want to lose this insane rare secret. And now we finally met the requirements for our rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1. And now we are finally done with our 7th rebirth, and we are on to our 8th. For this rebirth, we're going to need $5 billion in a Tete Sahor, which is going to be pretty difficult to find, I'm guessing. However, before we do this, let's spin our lucky wheel and see how much money we get to spend on our next account. All right, let's see what we get. Hopefully it's good, but also I hope not, because rest in peace my bank account. And please be 10,000. And nope, it is 200. Honestly, it's one step down from the last one, but I'll take it. And now for our $200 account, we have Sammy's biggest fan. So let's actually see if he's really Sammy's biggest fan. He's got a Lorso Colitos, a Garamag Madungdung. Oh my god, he has a Captino Mobi. That's actually insane. 3 secrets down here. That's actually pretty good. 4 secrets. And let's go upstairs because he is a high rebirth. Oh my god, he has a Ketupat Kapat. Oh my goodness. 245 million a second. He's got a Los Lucky Blocks. And let's go upstairs. Maybe he's got... no way. He's got a Spaghetti Toiletti. How much do we need? We need $5 billion for this rebirth with a Tete Sahor. Honestly, I'm thinking that this Ketupat Kapat would honestly make us the most money. So let's bring this back to our base. Sammy's biggest fan. Please don't hit me, bro. Please do not hit. No, no, no. Do not. And now that this Galaxy Ketupat Kapat is in our base, we can actually make... oh my goodness, we already have almost 15 billion. Yeah, we have way over the required amount. Now all we got to do is find a Tete Sahor, which for this one, I'm going to activate 4 times luck. Oh, and there is our Tete Sahor that we need. I've been waiting here for like 15 minutes and finally one just spawned. I did not think that a mythic would take this long to spawn, but alright, I will take it. Now let's quickly collect all of our money, and now we have finally met the requirements. However, before we rebirth, let's move our Ketupat Kapat into our alt account base. And now we are finally eligible to move on to rebirth 9. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we are finally on rebirth 9. And for this rebirth, we are going to need $25 billion in a Cocofonto Elefanto. However, if you guys remember from earlier in the video, I luckily got a Cocofonto Elefanto from the red carpet. However, we are not breaking the rules. We are still spinning the lucky wheel and buying another account. Now we've only got 4 options left on the lucky wheel because we've knocked out so many of them. So let's see what we get. Please be good. Please be like a $10,000. Oh my goodness. Oh no. We just got an $877 account. This is going to be pretty interesting. And now for our $877 account, we have Ocean Lover. Okay. Spooky lucky block with the radioactive mutation. Pretty good. Ooh, that's a lot of lucky blocks with some pretty good mutations. All right. Oh, that's why their name's Ocean Lover. It's because they have all the ocean Brainrots in one spot. And oh, a 6-7. I didn't even see that. That's pretty cool. 11.2 million a second. How much do we need for this rebirth? We're going to need $25 billion and a Cocofonto Elefanto, which actually we already have. We could pick up this. Now, to be honest, we should probably pick up the radioactive spooky lucky block instead of the spooky, just because I think we may have higher odds at getting a better Brainrot out of the spooky lucky block. So let's go quickly steal the spooky lucky block and bring it back to our base. And now that the spooky lucky block is in our base, let's open it and see what we get. Hopefully it's really good. Please be good. Please be good. Oh my god. We just got a La Casa Boo. Oh my god. First try. What are the odds of that? With the hat mutation, which is absolutely insane. Let's pick up this. Yeah. I think we have more than enough. Oh my goodness. Now for this rebirth, we're going to need a Cocofonto Elefanto, which we already got earlier from the red carpet, and it's in our alt account space. Let's go quickly grab it. Here we go. Let's grab our Cocofonto Elefanto and bring it back. And now that our Cocofonto Elefanto is in our base, we are now eligible to move on to our 10th rebirth. But before we rebirth, let's get rid of our La Casa Boo, because that would be an absolute disaster if we lost that by rebirthing. And before I rebirth, I also saw a Tralero Tralala in Ocean Lover's base. So to be honest, I'm going to take that and put it on my alt account. It may be cheating. I don't care. And now that everything has been moved, let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we are officially on Rebirth 10, but it wouldn't be a Boomiko video without spinning another wheel. Now, unfortunately, there are only 3 more options left on the wheel, so hopefully we get something pretty good. Let's see what we get, and oh my god, we just got a $677 account. So I just purchased our $677 account, and his name is Newbie Nini. Interesting name. I honestly have no words for that. This Yin Yang Bisante was literally in the Yin Yang wheel, and it's not that rare. For $677, I'm expecting a lot better. This is pretty good. What does this guy have upstairs? And he has, oh my gosh, he has the Headless Horseman with 3 mutations. Oh nah. Another 6-7. Dude, we've seen like so many 6-7s in this video. A Chillin' Chili. I'm pretty sure you can't get that anymore. Ooh, a Burgero and Friero. Okay. I think this might be an obvious one. We're gonna need $250 billion and a Giraffe Celestre for this rebirth. I'm gonna get the Headless Horseman. Let's pick up this and bring it back to our base. Now, in my personal opinion, I do not think a $677 account should have this rare of a Brainrot, but I will take it. Now, for this rebirth, we are gonna need 250 billion, so let's quickly step over this, and yeah, I've already got triple the required amount. Now, all we gotta do is just wait for a Giraffe Celestre to spawn. No way, oh my gosh. I didn't even activate 4 times luck and a Giraffe Celestre already spawned. And now that our Giraffe Celestre is in our base and we have our Headless Horseman that's making us literally unlimited money, we are finally eligible for our second to last rebirth. Now, before I do this, let's not leave this secret Headless Horseman in our base, because that would be absolutely devastating. And now that the Headless Horseman has been moved into the alt account's base, we are now eligible to move on to our final rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now guys, it is the final moment that you guys have all been waiting for. We are now on the 11th rebirth, and for this rebirth, we are going to need $1 trillion and a Tralero Tralala, which we actually got from one of our account's bases recently. So for one last time, let's spin the lucky wheel. Now let's see what we get. There's only 2 options. Maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's $10, and wow, we only got a $10 account. How in the world are we going to hit 1 trillion? And now we have our final account, $10 Sammy. Interesting name. We got an Odin Dun. That's actually pretty good for a $10 account. I mean, I will take that. Now we have to have $1 trillion in order to rebirth and a Tralero Tralala. However, I already have the Tralero Tralala in my alt account's base, so all we're gonna need is 1 trillion. And the best Brainrot for that is probably this Odin Dun. Bring this back to our base, and bam. And now that we have our Odin Dun in our base, let's go get our Tralero Tralala from our alt account space. And with this Tralero Tralala, we can also use it for our money, so we're able to rebirth quicker, because $1 trillion is going to take a really long time. And in that case, I'm going to grab another Brainrot from our alt account space in order to make this $1 trillion quickly. So let's quickly grab this Headless Horseman that we just recently got, and this should be enough for 1 trillion. Let's see what we got, and nope, this is going to take quite a bit. And now we finally have enough money to do our final rebirth. So let's rebirth in 3, 2, 1, and now we have finally made $1 trillion by only buying accounts. If you guys enjoyed, definitely click one of the videos on screen and also subscribe. I hope you guys watched the video to the end. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.